Hi everyone, this is Sheung Ajala. Welcome back to my channel. In this particular tutorial, I'm going to be teaching you on how to draft this particular milkmaid dress. It has a corset and a gathers. If it's something you would like to learn, up in and let's start. So the first thing I did was to come in by 3 inches for the width and came down by 3 inches as the length. So what I'm trying to do here is just to draw out my basic bodies. So now I'm drawing out the neck part first, so I'm going to connect it. So for the width I came in by 3 inches, for the length I came in by 3 inches. So guys, the next thing to do is to come in by 7 inches for my shoulder. That's my shoulder measurement. I have 14. I divided it into 2 and I got 7. So the next thing is to come down by 10 inches to get my breast line. So I'm just going to mark that out. So guys, after marking out my breast line, the next thing I want to do is to come down by 1 inches from my shoulder measurement, and it's going to serve as my shoulder slope, and I'm going to connect it to the neck part. So guys, the next thing I want to do is to come up by 2 inches from my breast line, and that particular line is going to serve as my chest line. So from my breast line I just came up by 2 inches. So guys, the next thing I want to do is to connect my shoulder slope down to my chest line. So you can see I'm just going to draw a straight line down to my chest line. So guys, from my shoulder I'm going to come down by 13 inches to get my underbust. So I'm just going to mark out my underbust. So the next thing I'm going to do is to get my waistline. So my waistline is 17. I'm going to mark that out. The next thing to do is to get my half length. So I'm just going to draw out my half length also. So guys, the next thing to do is to label the lines. So that is my chest line. The next thing is my breast line, followed by my underbust, followed by my waist. That's the waistline and my half length. So the next thing is to get our darts. So I'm just going to come in by 4 inches. How do you get your dart? Is by dividing your nipple to nipple into 2. So my own is 8. I divided it into 2. That's how I got 4. So I'm going to start from my breast line downward to the half length. So the next thing is to come in by half an inch from my waistline. I'm going to do that for both sides. I'm going to come in by half an inch for both sides. Then the next thing is to connect from my breast line down to my chest line down to my half length. So guys, this is after connecting it together. So guys, the next thing I want to do is to block my dart. So from my actual dart I'm going to come in by half an inch. You can see the way I'm doing it. Then I'm going to draw a straight line to block my dart. So guys, from my underbust I'm just going to draw a curve. You can see the way I'm doing it. I'm going to draw that for the other side also. I'm going to draw in a curve. So guys, the next thing to do is just to put in my breast measurement at the chest line. Then now I am going to divide from my shoulder slope down to my chest line, and whatever I have I'm going to place it at the middle part, so you can see. Then after that I'm going to come in by half an inch because it is an armhole. So the next thing I want to do is to connect from my shoulder slope to the middle, then to the chest line, and I'm going to use my curve rule to connect it. So guys, this is after adding my body measurements. The next thing I want to do is to work on the um cup, the milkmaid parts. So now I'm just going to, so I came up by 1 inches from my chest line. I'm going to mark out a straight line there. So guys, from my chest line, I'm going to come in by 1 inches from my chest line, and I'm going to come down by half an inch from the chest line, so you can see. Then I'm going to use my curve rule to make a curve from there. I'm just going to use my curve rule to make a curve. You can see the way I'm doing it. So guys, I'm trying to draw out where the milkmaid cup is going to be. So now it's just exactly like a corset. I'm just going to draw a round circle like a normal corset pattern. Just watch the way I'm doing it. So I just place my curve rule under my underbust. You can see. So the cup is going to stop at my underbust. I did that for this side. Then I'm going to switch to the other side. You can see. So that is going to serve as our milkmaid pattern. That is where it's going to be. So I'm just drawing the cup side. So guys, that's all for the front part. So now we are going to draw out the back. So this is all for the front. So guys, this is after cutting out our darts and the front part. The next thing I want to do is to get my back measurement. So how is the back measurement different? It does not have a cup, and we are going to add a zipper. So that's what makes the back different. So I'm just going to put my zipper, and I'm going to draw. It's going to have the same side, it's just that the upper part is going to be straight. So that's all for the back measurements. So I'm just going to cut it out. So guys, for the down part, I added some allowance, and I'm just going to draw out my back's waist pattern. That is all for this particular drafting. If you have any question, kindly drop your comments, and don't forget to subscribe to my channel. So that is all for the front. So see you in my next video for the sewing. Bye guys.